good until I've had enough coffee. Hello, I'm Claire-Louise-BeHealing.com. Welcome to Psychic Cafe. Thursday, 29th of April. End of April. It's a fast birthday month. It's just flying by. Hey, Christine. Hey, Timothy. I'm sleepy. I could have stayed in bed this morning. I could have stayed asleep. Well, no. I woke up. I couldn't have stayed asleep, but I could have stayed in bed. That's for sure. I think it's because I went for a run yesterday. My hair's still a bit damp from last night. I went for a run yesterday. It's been a long time since I've run. And I've felt it. I did 3Ks, that's all. That's short. But damn, did I feel that. Having a beautiful day. That's good. Let's get some cards out for the collective, shall we? So, I'm getting cards out for the collective. I'm going to channel. And if you want a mini read, if you're live, just check out that pinned comment up top there. It's by donation, so super chat, super sticker. There's a PayPal link in there as well. It gives you the explanation of what to do anyway. And if you've got a question for your higher self, just put a capital Q at the start of your comment as well. Hey, Mandy. Let's get some cards out. I've got to get this software so that camo isn't in front of my top. Oh, I've got a new top. I got a new workout gear as well, which I ran in yesterday, and it's really nice. It's from XXIV, you can't see it. XXIV 24. It's nice. This top and it's on the line out there, you can't see it. It's de-stinking. Hi Melissa, thanks. Yeah, it's cute, huh? Crop top. It's my crop tops now. Looking happy. I'm tired. Really tired. I woke up at like 1 minute to 6 or something. It was already light. Usually I'm awake before the sun. Sun beat me. Sleepy. There's a card. It's flipped already. I didn't even notice. The Sentinel is about protection. The workout gear is really nice. It looks really cute. Really cute. And it holds everything together. It's got like the workout type. It's navy blue as well and a lighter blue. But I'll show you sometime. It's got like an under mesh top thing. So it's quite high on the neck. But the under mesh top is just like a kid's version of it up here. And then the sports bra is like normal. And so I don't know, it's just really nice. And yeah, the leggings are good too. Did you all stick on in here? We had a power cut. They just put the generator back on. I was hoping that they'd do it quickly, and they did it kind of quickly. But maybe you all disappeared. Are you all gone? What timing for a power cut? It was like 7:03 or something. 3 minutes after I start this. And then a power cut. They turned it on like 8 minutes. Within 8 minutes, but it might be too long for you all. You might have just disappeared. Given up on me. You're still here. Yay! Good. Yeah, power cut. It's not even raining. It's not even raining. You didn't break it, Seedles. Oh, it's a small island. We get power cuts all the time. Like, seriously. Every day. It is pretty much every day. This is why I live in a resort that's got a generator, but the thing is, it's just so quiet. So they don't have the generator running all the time. They do when it's busy, when there's tourists here. So that when there's a power cut, it kicks in, flips straight over to the power that they generate here. But when there's nobody here, the resort is actually shut because of COVID now. Because there was someone staying here with it, some famous actor from Bangkok. So Yeah, the people that are here are still here, but everything else is shut. So it doesn't surprise me that it takes somebody a while to get themselves to the generator, turn that handle, whatever they need to do to start it. So I stuck on in here. I did have a feeling it would come back. Anyway, it was the sentinel that came out. We're being protected. Maybe we're being protected. Maybe we had a power cut because somebody came in here. One of those online jerks. I've got to try not to swear so much today. And I remember yesterday, because I know how important it is not to swear at the start of a live, start of any video, in fact. But I remember yesterday morning holding myself back. There was something I wanted to say and I couldn't near the start. I'm like, no, you can't say that, Claire. Don't say it. Don't say it. You're making tacos. Well, I'm on my second coffee now, so that's good. But when it happened, I was like, damn you. I could have stayed in bed. That was my first thought. Okay, let's get some more cards out anyway. I haven't found any more creepy bugs. No. There was one while I was making the video. I made the weekly read for all signs, which was longer than usual because I didn't make it after doing 7 daily reads. But yeah, while I was doing it, there was I think it was a spider up on the ceiling over there, above the bed. Couldn't see, so it wasn't close enough to see whether it was one of those. But no more creepy bugs. Day and night. Akon just woke up. Day and night. Here's number 1. Uncertainty, fear, worries, decisions to be made, follow your instincts. So we'll be protected through that. Decisions to be made, yeah. The girl we see on this card is holding the sun in her hands while the moon is at her back. She looks uncertain, as if she has a question in mind but does not know the answer. What's she thinking about? Is she afraid of the answer or the inward process to find it? Many of us struggle with making decisions, but where there's shadow, there's also light. After a dark night, there's always the light of the morning sun warming the path we've chosen. This card reminds us that we already hold all the answers in our hands. We should trust our inner judgment and know we'll be able to handle any situation. And know that we've got our higher self backing us up all the time. We are protected by that sentinel there. Day and night. Decisions to be made. Big decisions to be made. This workout gear company as well, they also sent me the cutest little, I'll show you, the cutest little bag to take to the gym. So I used to just have my usual backpacks on to take to the gym, but they're thick, like cotton drawstring backpacks that I put my stuff in. And when I finished, of course, I'm sweaty, like I'm pouring with sweat when I finished. Working out in this heat is intense. And so they were getting really wet and I was having to get them laundered a lot. And I thought, oh, I'll just get one of those like thin material Adidas ones. Like this. So I can wash it more often. That's my workout bag. And they sent me this cute little one. It's like the same with no branding on it. And my new clothes were in that. How cute's that? I was really pleased. Do I see you being a dentist in the future? See ya. Welcome. Check out that pinned comment. There's the mini reads all about them and how to get them. There it is in there, the instructions. Welcome. We've got Bridget. Having inner peace. So it seems like things might be up in the air. A decision needs to be made. You know how the last 2 days the energy updates have been talking about us not jumping in too fast, you know. Cool bags, hey? Yeah. And then I can wash them because they get sweaty and stinky too. So yeah, they're very thin, so I can wash them. I don't wash my workout gear anymore. I have so much of it now. So much of it now that I've got an outfit, more than one outfit for every day, which is good because I work out twice a day most times. Bridget. So the laundry lady does it all for me now. Bridget, keep her in a job. Having inner peace while we've got to make these decisions. Bridget, the goddess of love and light. Love and light, Bridget. Did you set them off, the love and lighters? Just dropping a fire on the floor. Bridget, the goddess of love and light, is bringing you a sense of peace and serenity. If you've been going through something difficult, you'll be through it soon. Perhaps it's time to start following the trail of blooms she's leaving behind. They'll guide you to a joyful rebirth. Oh, it's blooms. Looks like fire to me. I'm going to say that every time. Excuse me. I'm going to say that every time I get this card. Perhaps it's time to start following the trail of blooms. Good stuff. Hey, Mystic Visions. Cool bags. Cool bananas. Throat problems. Can anyone else talk in the morning, or is it like puffy eyes? I seem to be on top of my eyes now with my new products. Is everyone's voice the same in the morning when you wake up? Or you're like, can't speak? Or is it just me? Maybe you don't know. Maybe you don't speak to anyone in the morning. And then the first thing I do is this show. It surprises me. Just hours. Food for thought. It doesn't matter how nice you are. Don't ever offer a woman a donut when they aren't walking by. Don't offer me a donut. I'll say no. Talked about donuts yesterday. It's not worth it. But there are sweet things and things that, like junk food, that's worth it. That's good. Give me a taco any day. Give me a taco over a donut any day. Savoury. I much prefer savoury. A bullfrog. Blech. Just take ribs. You see? Ribs, yes. I take the ribs over the donuts. Any day. Any day. You don't talk to yourself. Try and do a live. Just go for it first thing in the morning. It's brave, isn't it? Doing a live first thing in the morning. Right, Sherry? Bah. You're croaky too, Maria. You forget how to talk overnight. Oh, is Thingy Bob here? Not yet. Who have we got? Robin. You know Robin that was having trouble donating yesterday? She sent the donation. I sent her a thing straight away to make it easy. So look out for Robin because she's donated already yesterday. Seasonal. Sherry's been here before, haven't you, Sherry? I think you have. You've got private readings, that's for sure. Focus. This came out with a weekly read yesterday. Next week. Meet Artemis. She's a master hunter. She can focus her attention like a laser beam. She has crystal clear vision and razor sharp hearing. She even has some antennae that pick up on the subtle clues. She observes everything. knows how to be invisible, and leaps out. Wouldn't that be great? And leaps out at the perfect moment. We often have a zillion ideas floating in our minds. We're multitasking machines. When Artemis shows up, it's time to pick one thing to hone in and quell distractions. Oh, power cut again. When Artemis shows up, it's time to pick one thing to hone in and quell distractions. How will we ever catch that mouse if we don't focus on it, letting everything else fade into the background for a moment? You know what I thought I'd do? Because I'm in lockdown. Today's going to be a pick a card day, because Thursday's a pick a card day, but Friday I got nothing to do, and I've got nothing to do when I've got nothing to do anymore. And like, I can't go for a massage. Like, I couldn't go for my usual massage yesterday. I can't go to the gym. Sure, I can go and run around the block like I did yesterday. That was fun, but you can only do that at certain times of the day. You could go to the beach, but I've got limited choices now as to what I can do. I thought, well, I could use this time to actually make more videos, like work more. And I thought, well, it's the end of the month. I could tomorrow. What do you think of this? I could make some like bonus reads. I could do a May monthly for each star sign, like a separate video for each star sign, just to like get the channel going a little bit. YouTube doesn't show many new people my videos. It's kind of annoying. It's the kind of the same. When I wake up in the morning, like only 200 people have watched the daily. YouTube can do better than that. It's been out like for 6 hours before that. It just doesn't seem to be gaining momentum by itself unless I'm posting all about it all over the internet, you know. It should be. So I thought maybe, yeah, I could use this time to do some bonus reads, get some more people interested in my readings. Good, it's a lot of work, 12 videos. 12 videos in one day. I can do it though. I can do it. If anyone can do it, I can. Let's get some more cards out. Thanks, Deep Time. I've ordered a ridiculous amount of skincare. I was watching more videos last night, whatever his name is, and learning more and more and more and more and more and more and more about it. And it is really working on my skin, I can tell. But my products are all kind of medicinal and stuff, which is good. I mean, it's working, it's doing what I wanted. But then I'm thinking that after doing this show and then recording the weekly, which was over 2 hours long, yesterday, by the time I'd finished recording, my face was kind of oily. Anyway, I was watching this one video. I don't know when. Oh, it was about some of the products that I've already got coming on the way from Korea, which is taking ages. Like usually, if I order something online and it's within Thailand, if it's from Thailand, gets in here like 2 or 3 days. If it's from China, it can take like 2 weeks. Korea, I thought would be about 2 weeks too. Nah, it's not. I mean, it's weeks and weeks and weeks, and it's still not coming. So I'm learning. I'm learning about it before it comes. And so that's what I was doing last night before I went to sleep. And this guy was saying, he was reviewing some products, I think one of which I've got on the way, or had on the way. And he said it was a moisturizer. And he said, I didn't like it at first. It was a bit light and stuff, and I didn't think it was going to be good. So, but then I went about work, And then after the 4 hour mark, when I usually get oily, like he's making videos too, when I usually get oily and have to do something about it, that didn't happen. And it's like, a moisturizer that stops that from happening. So he kept on noticing what it did throughout the day. And he's like, this one lasts all day. And if you're prone to that, which I am, it doesn't. So I'm like, ordering that. And then I carried on watching about all of that range as well because it looks really good, and it is more. It's not cosmetic. It's still definitely very functional skincare. I'm not interested in the cosmetics really, but it is more functional for doing video. It's more cosmetic in that nature. Do you know what I mean? So I've ordered that range, and it's like, okay, maybe it's time to focus less on the just medicinal kind of things. Yeah. So I've got a whole, and I picked the shops that have got it in, no matter the price. I picked the shops in Thailand because I don't want to wait for it. It's time for this class to be bumped up. I reckon we need more people now. Maria, on my website marketing, it talks about backlinks. Backlinks, nah. I don't like do the advertising. I understand all of that stuff, but I'm telling you what, Google isn't the best way to reach anyone anymore. Who gives a shit about SEO? Nobody's Googling stuff and finding their things. That's not how people find information anymore. I used to do all of that stuff and it's pretty much useless. Trying to get like a ranking on YouTube is pretty much useless. What for? People aren't doing that anymore. It's not the way people are using the internet anymore. It was the way people were using it. People wanted to know something, they'd Google it and they'd find a website and they'd read a website, but that's not what people are doing anymore. It's more interactive using Instagram and YouTube and stuff like that. It doesn't matter about your SEO. No one's going to your website that isn't being fed through from Instagram or from Facebook or from YouTube. So yeah, I know you can learn all of that stuff, but I tell you what, it's not going to work for you to ever spend money on those SEO people. They can make it schmick as can be. You're still not going to get traffic. You have to drive traffic where people are at online. You have to do a lot of work to get people now because there's so much noise out there. You know from using it. Just think about how you use it. 100% voiceful. Fails in the morning. Yay, Sandy got headphones. Hey, Susanna. So yeah, that's a huge waste of time, all of that stuff, Maria. Sorry. But I'm saving you a lot of time and possibly money as well. Don't pay SEO people for that. It really is. Yeah, just see how do you use that. That's why I started doing way more YouTube, is because that's how I use it. It's like, yes, this is how people get it. And there ain't nobody Googling, oh, can I get a reading on something? There's nobody doing that. They're looking for readers on YouTube, they're looking for readers on Instagram, they're looking for readers on TikTok, or they're just coming across them. Nobody's Googling it, believe me. There's a boy I formed a very strong attachment to a long time ago. Oh, deep time. Guidance on where I am in releasing him. The issues. Oh, deep time. Let's find out. You used to be an SEO person. You left the industry. Yeah. It's just not where it's at anymore. That stuff doesn't work. It's like, I don't know. It's like setting up a business where you're like making coal more efficient for fires. Nobody's doing it anymore. Pointless. Pointless. There you go, Maria, if you didn't believe me. Deep time. Food talk. You're going to talk about food again. Okay. Boy. Deepta's boy. Ah, this is good. I like this. So, your higher self is giving you ways to release it even more, to complete the process. Yeah. Forgive self and write. Oh, it's about you. So, write it down. We try and process things in our heads, and it doesn't really serve us that much because it doesn't tie up those loose ends. It doesn't get it out of us. That's why journaling is really good, a really good thing to do. It's only when we speak something out to another, expressing something or writing it down, does it actually leave from going around and round and around and around in our minds, which doesn't do anything. You'll have noticed that doesn't do anything. You can't release things that way by thinking about them. So write it down. Write yourself a letter or something like that, or do some journaling about it. And yeah, it's about forgiving yourself. So there's something about neediness is what I'm hearing. It's the way that you handled it. I think strong attachment. Yeah, I think you've got it right there. So maybe you're feeling guilty. You attached too soon or something like that, or there's something about that attachment that makes you feel bad about yourself. Like I was a bit silly. I think we've all got people like that in the past where we think I was an idiot. Like the way I handled it, the way I attached so soon, the way that I chose them in the first place, the way that I was pestering them, or whatever we did. It's a bit embarrassing, isn't it? So there's something about that. Journal about it, write it all down because there's some self-forgiveness to do there. Let yourself off the hook. We are all idiots. We're like, when we like someone, we turn into like a 13-year-old. All of us. Doesn't matter how old we are. We're idiots. Especially about when we get feelings, we just turn into idiots. So it's okay. Write it down. Ah, friend. Is this what it is? They're just like, I just see you as a friend. And you're like, oh my God, I was married off in my head. That kind of thing. Yeah, there you go. Oh, we've all done it deep down. But yeah, you need to release it, yeah, and release the stupidity that you feel or that the embarrassment, whatever it is. And let yourself off the hook. Maybe get to the point. If you write it down, you might get to the point where you can just laugh at yourself. That's yeah, but they were a friend, weren't they? There is a science reading in the weekly update, and I did that yesterday. Yeah, but I just thought, well, maybe people will find the channel easier if they're. You see, sometimes if I want to find like some astrology or something like that, I will search on YouTube Taurus May. I will, and so maybe people will find me easier that way. Because probably not searching energy update on signs. Probably not searching that, are they? And that's the SEO to focus on, Maria. What are people putting into YouTube? Meta links. Oh yeah. I mean, I do that stuff on my website. I haven't looked at it for a long time, but it's really, it's not going to drive any sales or anything. I mean, it's just no. Even 10 years ago, it didn't. It hardly did a thing then. I used to think that. How can you drive traffic to your website? Like it doesn't happen through Google anymore. It happens through social media, actual interaction, offering things like this, doing readings on social media, getting people interested in it. You already do live, pick a card, energy update. Yeah, it is, but it's just so much work. There's 12 of them. There's 12 of them, Mr. Bowers. Do you realise? I know some people do four. Oh, yeah, some people do four because of that, don't they? Now there's an idea. Fire signs, air signs, water signs. Yes. Facebook works off comments more than anything. Yeah, comments on YouTube too. Comments on Facebook. Instead, like so many people direct message me. It's like that's not helping me at all. It's just wasting my time looking at it. Not helping me out at all. So many people want to do that, and I get that because a lot of this stuff is personal. I get that. But, yeah, it doesn't help me out. I think the signs get searched more than any of the rest. Okay, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do 4. I'm not going to do 12. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. And I'm not solid on which signs are air signs and water signs and which ones are they. So I know water signs are, do I? Pisces and Scorpio and Cancer, is it? Fire signs are Aries and Sagittarius and don't know. And earth signs Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. Air signs Aquarius, Libra. You see, it will be good for me to learn that. It would be good for me to learn that. Oh, that's what I'm going to do. Thank you. And the problem is I've had my YouTube channel for a very long time, but I didn't work it for a very long time, and so it's not been flagged as a kind of a tarot because I wasn't doing tarot, right? Leo's what? Fire. Libra and Gemini. Air. Hi, Gabe. Yeah, I'm going to do that. And one reason I stopped, I used to do videos for each star sign. It's a lot of work, but the reason I stopped is because I realized I was dividing everyone up in 12. When I first started doing picker cards, I was doing it for signs, dividing everyone up in 12. And you see what happens if you've got an audience of like I've got 4K or something on mine now. Audience of 4K, divide them up in 12. Each video is getting hardly any watches at all. And that messes up your YouTube channel greatly. But if you're getting all of those 12 to watch one video, you're getting a lot of views on that one video. And that helps your channel. So, swings and roundabouts, isn't it? You'd struggle with videos. Yeah, it doesn't have to be videos. Yeah. But you put that out. Instagram would probably work for you. You see, Instagram doesn't work for me. The way that I do that, I probably could make it work, but because video is my thing, Instagram would be better for you, I reckon. Images and stuff like that. You're back. Do it by element. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. And then I'm only dividing everyone up into 4. Much better. So that's why I put the weekly into doing it for all star signs, and then to get everyone watching that same one video. It took me a while to learn like what's the best way to do these things on YouTube. Looking on Facebook after a breakup. Pick a card. How do you deal with a breakup? Oh. How did that make up a breakup thing? 1. Just got a call from your youngest daughter. Oh, you're going to be great grandma before the end of the year. Congratulations, Christine. Oh, that's awesome. What have we got here? What boundaries need to be created or strengthened within my relationship To create more healthy boundaries, we must first get in tune with our own needs and desires and feelings and believe we're worthy of them. In your relationships, it's essential to know where they end and where you begin. Deep tap. Yeah, I'll do them individually, Mr. Bowers, but within the same video. So it'll be for like earth signs, but and I'll do all three, but in the same video. Not just like one reading for all earth signs. Your granddaughter, she's only 15. You and your family, you get going early there. I thought me and my family did. I was 21 when I had my first. My eldest son, had his first when he was 22. We're early. We're not that early, but it does tend to run in families like that when you get going. When we separate our energy from others, we gain clarity about what we really want. Then we stop doing things that no longer align with ourselves. If you're an empath, you can still be compassionate toward others without taking on their stuff. It's safe to trust that you're not here to fix anyone. Wow. It's safe to trust that you're not here to fix anyone. And it's true. Source does that. Yeah, we play our part sometimes. But yeah, I'm not here to fix anyone. I will share things for sure, but I do not take that responsibility anymore, not for anybody. I used to. Eat our crimes, Mr. Bowers. Yeah. What? Oh, today's mantra: I have everything I need within me now, and so do they. I'm worthy of my needs, and I set boundaries based on what's best for me. Yes, that's true. Your mum was 16. I was 16. Yeah, there you go. It's just a family thing. It's better that way, isn't it? If you're a soul that's like, right, I'm going to have a kid when I'm 16, you want to be born into a family, into Christine's family, not into someone else's family. If you want to have babies when you're 21 or 22, be born into my family. That's what we do. You get less judgment that way. So you'll kind of understand. I need more coffee. Yeah, it's funny how that works, huh? But it makes sense. You wouldn't, if that's what you're going to do, you would be born to that family where you're going to have less trouble at least. Oh, and maybe maybe it is about learning about that too. You know, maybe you've got a joint learning. Could be. Anyway, I'm going to get more coffee and then get some tarot cards out. That's what I'm going to do. I don't know what you're doing. Oh, my legs. Yeah, running's going to be good for me. It is already. I need honey in this thing. I need to buy some more honey. Because I'm running out. It kind of sucks that Facebook doesn't like YouTube as a company because they don't own it and they're selfish, and so they don't show people the posts about the YouTube videos much. Sucks. So selfish. Yeah, we've noticed, Christine, you have big families. I don't. 3. My parents had 2 kids. I had 3. My eldest son, 3. 1 of 11. Wow. That's big. Your curry takes longer. Mine's already ready. I've not timed it how long it takes. It is quite some time that it takes to make it in the morning. Click it on, but you can pour coffee before it's finished. Okay, let's get some tarot out. What do guys want us to know? Boundaries. Yeah, about that non-attachment as well. That takes time. It's taken me time. I've got to that point now where, and jealousy isn't as big a thing now with me because of that non-attachment thing. And you know, my ex that I talk about, he's really helped me with that, because just to love someone so much and be so close to them, but to know that that relationship cannot work, it cannot be the kind of relationship that I want. It has been a huge lesson for me in attachment. It's kind of attached to each other, but there isn't that same level of attachment. Wheel of Fortune on the bottom of the deck there. The Fates. See you, Sandy. 14 children. Your stepmom's family. Wow. We broke the cycle. Woo! Six of Crystals is the card that we've got out then. It's the Reciprocity card. Why is she looking back? Ah. Yeah, maybe it's time to use this lockdown. Six of Crystals. To do something new, creative, and different. And Six of Crystals indicates a state of balance and abundance. Yes, we like that. You recognize the value of your relationships, spirituality, and the mutual benefit of loving support of others. This is also a time for inner growth and prosperity. You've risen to the occasion and can now look back. That's what she's doing. You can now look back on the choices you've made that have led to the state of knowing. How will you move up from here? Opportunities, gifts, or rewards may be closer than you think. New opportunities, career, philanthropy, generosity, prosperity, advancements, growth, abundance. Yes. If you're being generous with others in some way, be careful you're not being taken advantage of. Or if you're kind of a selfish person and greedy, maintain a sense of selflessness with your generosity. That's not anybody in here, by the way. That's not anyone that follows me. The imbalance is the other way. The ones that need to learn to do things from a loving way. There's a lot of like religions and mainstream spiritual teachers that are teaching those people. And it's not those people that pick up those teachings, it's the people that are out of balance the other way, which makes it worse. Yeah, it could be that there's an imbalance of energy between two people, between you and someone else. Just read your comment now, Mystic Visions. Hey, Tara. if if I'd have like had a good relationship, I would have had a big family. Not because I wanted a big family, but because I get pregnant so stupid easy. And it's fun. I like being a mum. I like having kids around. It's great. Raise their own workers. Football team. Wow, I can be a great grandma before you turn 60. Good on you. Pregnant 6 times. I've been pregnant 4 times. Had 3 of them. So the 6 of crystals. I think that's about abundance. Reciprocity, yes, but I think it's like looking backwards to all that you've done, and it's coming good. It's coming good. Like mine is too. It's coming good. Yeah, I'm putting a lot of work in for it, but I did good. I know. I know because of what people say on their YouTube channels. Like people still working, even though they've got many subscribers, working in another job. I mean, I know that my income from my channel is not on a par with the subscriber count. I've got the right. What I'm saying is I've got the right subscribers. Absolutely. I'm not doing it for numbers. I get these stupid emails like, buy YouTube subscribers, and they're just bots, right? Why would I want the numbers? I don't want the numbers. I want customers. I don't want numbers. What's the number going to do for me? Nothing. Like absolutely nothing. Buy Instagram followers. No. I do my Facebook advertising for people that are interested in tarot and stuff. I want customers, not numbers. Anyway. Eight of Swords. Hey, Stephanie. I met my great grandmother, one of them, when I was a kid, but yeah, not great. Got Judgment. And we've got the Eight of Swords. I'm being told that we've got to take these two together, by the way. So that's what we've got to do. So we know what Judgment's about. Let's read about the Eight of Swords. We know what that's about too, but it's out of this deck, so. The Eight of Swords is about the Judgment. It's about the decision. It's about the judgment of this. Yeah, the decision about this. Trapped, restricted. Oh, choosing to be trapped, huh? Choosing to keep yourself where you are. Weight loss. Anxiety, powerless, blinded, hopeless. When the Eight of Swords comes up in a reading, it can signify feeling trapped. At this time, you may be feeling restricted or bound as if your hands are tied. So these two cards together are saying you're choosing to be tied. You're choosing to be bound. Like, I can't do that. Why can't you do that? Because of the government. Because of my ex. Because of my family. Because of the restrictions. Because of the way that YouTube works. Because of the algorithm. Because of the doctors. You know, all of those excuses that we make. We've actually got complete freedom to do whatever we want. Yes, it's going to take bravery and courage to break out of that, but it's always the way. These binds are never real. Swords are about thoughts. It's the beliefs that we're having. Can't do that. Why can't you do that? Because you just can't. It's forbidden, like the Germans say. It's forbidden. It's verboten. But why is it verboten? Ask a German that. They just say, because it is. Because it is. Germans are like really ruly, like rules, really locked into this. Hey, Penny. Yeah, so it signifies fear and feeling hopeless. But we do it to ourselves. We're not hopeless at all. You may be going through a crisis right now, not able to figure out how to get out of a situation. I don't think it's that. I think it's just I'm going to keep myself stuck. Make some good excuses about being stuck because I don't want to take that action because it's scary. I don't want to take off my blindfold because it's scary. That's what it is. I don't want to take off my blindfold because it's scary. Something that you don't want to see. There's some truth that you don't want to see. Don't want to admit to it. This is like when you've seen red flags in someone and you don't want to admit it. Pretend that you don't know about it. Pretend you haven't seen it. No, if you just stay positive, it will go away. It won't. Although this card is suggesting troubling times, it's also stating that you're the one that's binding yourself down by your own negative thoughts and fear. Or not being too scared to see things as they really are, to take your own power, to realize that you're the one that's choosing it. I know. It was a good one, Stephanie. Watch it yesterday. I was swearing a lot. YouTube didn't like it. It was full moon energy. I was going off. Right now you need a bit of hope and a lot of trust, yes. You may find it extremely hard to have hope at this time because you're feeling powerful. Now I just saw because you're feeling powerless. I just saw an image when I was saying that of it's like the crest of a hill. Too scared to get up to that top of the hill because you don't know what's beyond it. Is there an army there about to shoot you? It's that kind of thing. It's like you're on the verge of making a decision, of being courageous, of doing something. You're nearing it, but you're a little bit scared and you don't want to take your blindfold off. You don't want to see what's ahead. You don't want to see what's coming up next. So what do? We make judgments about it. We come up, this is excuses. Come up with excuses about it. Why we're not going to go over there? Because it's not a wise decision. It's a wise decision not to go over that hill and not to see what's on the other side of it, because I'm very busy on this side of the hill, and you're good at you are, Christine. Yes. You're going to be trying to break the internet. Yeah, it was a good one yesterday. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the energy of that full moon. It was good. So be careful of that, because it's keeping you away from your abundance. Abundance is trying to get you here. Look back. Looking back down that hill. Mm. Bingo. I had a cat called Bingo. Bingo and Raffles. Mm. Yeah, so let's be braver and face things. It's much better. That's a chicken cat. It's about time she showed up. Let's get her in here. Chicken! Hello. Hey. Oh. Okay, well, I've already done deep. Thank you, Helen, Stephanie, for your donation. For a long while, I've been so anxious about stuff, scared. I may fall over, scared about driving. General anxiety. But it hits me unexpectedly. Okay, what's that about? Generalized anxiety. Well, if we're porous, we're going to soak up the energies because there's a lot of scared people at the moment. Particularly so last year, that a lot of people have calmed down, I think. But if we're particularly porous, meaning particularly empathic, particularly just like, I just get bashed around by the world and I don't choose my own vibration, just reactive to everything, then porous in that way, then you're going to soak up the energies that are around. Well, this is what your higher self says about it. Stephanie, about fear of lack. Now, this isn't just about, oh, I'm scared that I'm going to lose all my money. It can be about that, but lack is about more than that. Lack can be like, there's no good people out there. Lack is just that what you want is missing. It's not out there. It's not available to me. That's what a fear of lack is. And so the anxiety, the generalized anxiety is about that. It's a kind of belief that you're not supported. You're not being taken care of. The universe isn't here. It's not on your side. Your higher self has gone AWOL. It's not showing you the way. It's you're here by yourself. You're alone. It's like you're having to. It's like you've been abandoned by the whole universe and by your higher self, and you're not being supported. You're not being shown the way. Nobody's backing you up to help you through that kind of thing. And so it's that. So what can she do about it? Oh, the 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 air temperature is, I don't know what I'm trying to say. The air temperature is coolest just before the dawn. Or is it, yeah, maybe it's darkest just before dawn. It's the energy increases about a problem just before it's released. And this is because this is saying like just accept where you are at the moment. You've got like a heightening of an issue so that you get shown it, so that you feel it the most just before you're about to release it. So like, for example, I was talking about my ex, another ex the other day that I was traveling with, and he was just a nightmare. Like seriously, talking about the Six of Crystals, he wouldn't give a thing. He didn't feel loved if he had to do anything or do anything for me. If he ever did something for me, if he had the misfortune to somehow do that, and despite himself, he would go on and on and on about it. He was the most selfish person on the face of the planet. And it wasn't like, so I was getting worse and manifesting someone like that. This was the universe saying, Claire, look at what you're doing. Look at what you're putting up with. Look at what you're willing to do for other people and get absolutely nothing back. It was just the extreme. It's the ugly mirror. It's the extreme. And so you've got energies that are escalating because it's time to let it go now. So this is saying to kind of love where you're at the moment and be okay about it, and recognize it as that, as this is an extreme manifestation of what I've been doing to myself. So see it as I've been anxious my whole life about this because of this feeling, and now it's there all the time because I'm being shown what I'm doing to myself. And it is about your perspective. So what can you do about that? Because I was getting strongly that the fundamental thing is that you think that you've been abandoned here on this planet, and you've not. You've got like the whole universe at your fingertips. You've got your higher self and any kind of support that you need from the spirit world. So connection, spiritual connection, however you like to do that. Meditation, cards. What else? Prayer. Mm. But one way that I like to do it is living life like a conversation with my higher self. Like my higher self is my imaginary friend. It's right there, talking to them about everything and asking them to do stuff for me. And yeah, okay, waking up in the morning, okay, what should we do today? That kind of thing. Just get that connection with your higher self so that you know that you're not. Look, when your trainers are visible. So that you're not feeling that alone thing. So you might be right that you know what triggered the acceleration of it, but this has been a long time coming. This has been energy that's been going on for a long time, Stephanie. So your higher self says, thanks, Tara. You got a question, Tara? General for Tara. The yapster's going out there. Chicken's got a face on her. You can't see her. She gets this look on her face. She's really quite. She doesn't have patience, especially with other animals. She thinks they're idiots. She hates other cats. She thinks the dogs are stupid too. She gets this face on her. She does it when tourists arrive too. She's like, she's kind of expressive. Tara, General, and then we'll get to Gabe. Thanks, Gabe. Holding the pretty mirror. I am. I'm. Yeah, I've got over that ugly mirror thing, that escalating energies, and now it's just getting better and better. We've got to clear it up though first, don't we? We've got to clear the ugly stuff up first. It's like the skincare thing, it really is. Got to get rid of the sun damage first. Got to get to the pretty stuff. So just putting filters on or makeup on the top. I hate makeup, hey? You got it, Stephanie? Good. Tara, general for you, you've got trust yourself and compassion. Oh, compassion with yourself. You know what this is? This is like an internal dialogue of, I'm not compassionate enough. I need to be more compassionate with other people. It's that where it's not true. You need to be more compassionate with yourself. You know, the people that ask themselves things like that, or think, oh, I'm too selfish. I'm not generous enough. Things like that. Those that are questioning themselves like that, it's not the people. It's not the people that need to do that. Someone that's asking themselves, oh, maybe I'm not generous enough. They're not like the selfish, greedy people. Greedy people are not asking themselves that at all. They're not at that level of awareness at all. So pretty much, whenever you ask yourself things like that, am I not whatever enough? The answer is no. The answer is no. No, you're looking at the wrong place. You absolutely are compassionate enough and generous enough and all of those things. So, yeah, trust in yourself. And then having more compassion for yourself. So this is about how you're talking to yourself, really, Tara. You need to talk to yourself better. Self-talk. And wow. So a new beginning that you want, you think it's external, you think it's in business or a relationship or whatever. It's not. It's this internal stuff is going to lead to that. Whatever it is that you're waiting for, your higher self is saying, yeah, You can have that new beginning in your will. You just need to sort out that inner talk. And why is that? Because if we've got bad inner talk, we're not focused. See this card here, focus. We're not focused on the right things. If we're like, if I was like focused on, why am my readings not good enough? Why are my readings not good enough? Why am I not good enough? If I was focused on that, I wouldn't be focused on the real thing. Like, or how can I reach more people on YouTube? Do you know what I mean? It's like the thing that's actually going to get me what I want, the new beginning that I want. If I'm asking myself, why am I not good enough? Why are my readings not good enough? Why don't people love me on YouTube? It's smoke and mirrors, isn't it? That's this. It's like, why am I so bound? Why am I so bound? Can't see it, but it's just an internal dialogue thing that prevents you from focusing on the right thing, making the decisions that are going to lead to the actions that are actually going to get you there. It's really simple, apparently. It's the inner talk, Tara. You sort that out, and then you're all going to be easily focused on the right things. Gabe, where do you stand with your person? In a kind of lull, rest, relax, relief, be with nature. A kind of lull, a kind of reprieve, a kind of, yeah, that's where you stand right now, in a kind of lull, rest, relax, relief. It's good. It's not about a relationship for you at the moment. Okay. In a bit of a lull at the moment because this time is all about being creative, finding joy for yourself through other things, not through relationships. We, so I think this COVID thing has taught us a lot of things, but one thing about lockdown and all of that I've noticed is it really shows people where they're at with their joy. And, because if you take someone's job away from them, or the people that they're hanging out with, the things that are making them busy, that make them think that they're okay and happy, take all of those things away from them, and then they're not happy. Have you seen that's happened to a lot of people? They start falling apart. Me, I'm like, yeah, we get locked down again. It's like, oh, great, now I can do this thing and this thing because now I can't do that thing anymore. I can fill my time up like not like I've got so many things. This planet is amazing. There's so many things I can do. There isn't enough. I wish I could duplicate myself and have two of me, or double the hours in the day. Yeah, there's too many possibilities. But and this is similar. It's like if you're focusing on the relationship too much to make you happy, then you're missing out on a lot of other things. So there's a lull right now, is what it's saying. There's nothing wrong with that. Rest, relax, relief, be with nature. It's all good, but it's time to get focused on creating something, being artistic, finding your joy through that. A pregnancy race, you mean, Christine? You can be very self-critical to her. There you go. Maria, thank you for your donation. We get broody. People get pregnant. It's like, oh, I'll have another one. It's like donuts. Oh, you having a? Oh, I'll have another donut then. It's like that. Biological urges, isn't it? Maria, high self-guidance for you. Strengthen courage and then decide. Decide what it is that you want. And then courageously go forth with those blinders off. And go get it. Yeah, in your own way. Go get it in your own way. Like I keep on saying, we sort ourselves out and we heal ourselves and we sort out our minds and we release stuff so that we can get to the point where we can focus right and we're making good decisions for ourselves, and then so the actions we take are good ones. So for example, when you think you don't know, I don't know what I'm doing here and I don't know how to get it, then you sign up for these courses that teach you about SEO. Like I tell you, like I keep on saying, there's a lot of stuff being sold out there that's very attractive because of things like that. Yeah, because we want the shortcut and all kinds of things like that, but preying on people like you that think that you don't know what you're doing. And yeah, and you don't know what you're doing either, but that's okay. I didn't know what I was doing either, but instead of going, oh, I don't know what I'm doing, so I'm going to make a decision and I'm going to learn from that person now that's trying to sell me something to tell me what to do. Instead, you can rely on your higher self to lead you to the right things. You can. Which is the way that I do it. My higher self kind of leads me. And so you might think that that's what you've been doing. Oh, my higher self led me to learn this thing. And sometimes it does. It's about recognizing, isn't it? When we're doing something out of fear because we're telling ourselves, I don't know this thing. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm going to learn from this person that seems to know what they're doing. Or my higher self has magically put this person in front of me. I'm going to learn their magical stuff. And Maria, oh, again, strength and courage. Wow. Strength and courage for a bunch. No, it's not strength and courage. How come I saw strength and courage? I literally saw strength and courage on that. Not choose to change. Wow. I remember seeing the exact words. Higher self is playing tricks on me. That's weird. I've had it happen before, not like that, not actually seeing the words on the card. But they're messing around with my reality like that. Choose to change in abundance. It was strength and courage in abundance, I'm telling you. It's like standing in your power. Yes, it is. You have abundance when you can stand in your power. When you can make your own decisions and you do it. That's when abundance comes to you. When you stand in your power. That's when you're choosing your changes too. You get to choose. You don't listen to other people that are often coming from fear. The majority of people are coming from fear. You don't listen to what they think that you should do and stuff like that anymore. You're calling the shots. You're choosing the changes. You're certain about yourself. You're courageous. You're like, well, if I make the wrong decision, I'll wear it anyway. So I'm good with that. But I'm calling the shots here. That's how you get your abundance. It's good. I like it. You want to adopt a baby, seedlings? I don't know what that process is. Like I said, I don't have problems. But it might be a problem getting pregnant now. I think I'm well into whatever it's called, menopause, which is nice. Queen of Pentacles. I'm not getting any problems with menopause. It's just nice. It's a bit random now, but I do like not having periods for a long period of time. Is it a pain in the ass? Oh my God. When menopause started and I realized and I got over the, oh shit, I'm pregnant thing. And I realized it's like, oh, the start of the end, the beginning of the end. I got very excited. Like, yes, like the worst thing about my life, my body, is going to end soon. Woo! Queen of Pentacles. She's happy. She's stable. So what are we doing here? We're looking back. The abundance is going to come to us. It is. The universe doesn't forget anything that we've done. But that's not to say, oh, all of the codependent giving that you did, you're going to receive back from that. No, because as I keep on explaining, it's not a lose-win situation. They didn't gain from it. We don't get rewarded for enabling people. We don't. But looking back, but there is good stuff that we've done in the past and learned and stuff like that, and that abundance is coming. But we've got to courageously go forth. We've got to take our blinders off and not be so scared to actually see the truth of it. Especially when it's like taking our power, like with Maria's there, taking our power, and making those decisions for ourselves instead of going, oh, I'm not sure I could. Should I get this job? Should I not get this job? Should I start this business? Should I do this thing? Just make those decisions and do it and then wear it. What's going to be filled with Christine's journal. So it's this strength. She's strong, the Queen of Pentacles. She owns her stuff and she's owning the decisions she's made, the abundance that she's got. She's not saying, oh, poor me, because of the past I didn't get the abundance that I was supposed to get. It's like, well, you did, because the universe doesn't make any mistakes. And if you want confirmation about the codependency not being good for anybody, there you have it. You don't get abundance when you're codependent. You don't, because the universe is like, can you stop it, please? Can you stop doing that? Because you're enabling people and holding them back from their own lessons. And so, yeah, she's stable, though. She's stable and she's strong and she's owning her stuff. Whatever decision she's made. I can feel my abs. I do a lot of ab works. I sit-ups is as easy as walking for me. I do sit-ups with people at training, and they're all like, after about 20, they're all like, hardly been able to get up. I'm actually pulling them up with my arms. It's like walking with me. It's like, I can't feel it. I go to the gym, I get a big weight, and I hold it to my chest, and I recline backwards on one of those benches to do sit-ups, and even then, I can hardly feel it, and so I go really, 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 really slowly down, and then shoot up to try and feel. My abs are strong abs, and I go on that thing too. You hold those grips, and then you dangle down, and I lift my legs up like that in front of me, not even to parallel above, like as high as my head. Up and down like that to do my abs. My abs are very strong. All the kicks and everything, it's all, twist. My abs are very strong. What else do I do? Anyway, and then I run 3 kilometers yesterday and my abs are like, oh, I can feel them. It's amazing. There's still muscles there that aren't regularly exercised. Blows me away. I was good to switch it up. I was kind of excited that I couldn't do my usual workouts with this lockdown and I'd have to switch it up. Because I knew that it's good. I really need a pee. We've got 2 materials here. Decisions. It's all been about decisions. Inner peace with that decisions. I'm going to go and pee. I'll be right back. Oh, yeah. Jackie, where are you? Cookie, where are you? Where she is? Myself more credit. Okay, what have we got? What was I saying? Two materials, a decision to be made, but it seems to be all up in the air, but it isn't. Like, we can fool ourselves and tell ourselves that we don't know the way forward and we haven't got all the information, and our higher selves have just like left the building and they're not telling us what to do. But it is. This is when we tell ourselves, I don't know. I don't know whether to go out with them or not. Yes, you do. I don't know whether to do this thing or not. Yes, you do. It's like me this morning asking you about the videos. I know that I'm going to do it. Only before I asked that I was going to do it because I had the idea and it's like, yeah, that's a good idea. Higher self, I'll do that. It's a good way to use my time, do some bonus reads while I've got some extra time. We've got to call ourselves out on our bullshit, I think. This, the judgment about the how we're bound, or the judgment that we're like, oh, I'm not so sure whether I should. Yes, we are. We are sure. What we're really doing there is seeking validation, isn't it, from other people? Seeking, sometimes it's permission as much as permission from other people. Sometimes it's just validation. You want someone to say, to agree with you, to tell you, yeah, you should do that. Quite often we get the opposite. No, you shouldn't do that. Because that's people's fears speaking. Four of Wands. Should I marry them? Hell no. Why not? Because you make bad decisions in relationships. Oh, that's what I was worried about. No one else can see into your heart or your feelings and what it is that you're feeling. No one can see inside of a relationship either. We can imagine. We can imagine that we do. We can imagine that we see in a relationship. We can imagine ourselves being them in that position and what we would do there, but we can never get inside that relationship because we're not them. We don't have their feelings, their experience, their filters, anything. And we don't know what's going on inside those relationships either. So ever seek validation from anybody about a relationship. It's going to be a choice. There's going to be a choice coming. We're protected. We need to have inner peace. There's a choice coming. What boundaries need to be created or strengthened within my relationships? To create more healthy boundaries, we must first get in tune with our own needs, desires, and feelings. Believe we're worthy of them, and then make our own decisions. In your relationships, it's essential to know where they end and where you begin. This is about making decisions for yourself in relationships based on your feelings, your needs, and desires, not overthinking it of what other people would do, and not seeking validation or permission from anyone else, but making a clear decision for yourself. Separating our energy out from others, we gain clarity about what we really want. Then we stop doing things that no longer align with ourselves. If you're an empath, you can still be compassionate toward others without taking on their stuff. It's safe to trust that you're not here to fix anyone. This is the this is the mantra. I have everything I need within me now, and so do they. I'm worthy of my needs, and I set boundaries based on what's best for me. We have a choice coming up, and we're being prepared for this choice. All of this is about being preparing us for this choice. All of this guidance today, I mean. Abundance is coming to what we've asked is coming. It's like looking back here going, I can see where my life is leading me now and has been leading me. And stopping this pretending that we don't know, pretending that we don't know what we want, pretending that we don't know what to do. Being stable, going, I got this, I know myself, I got this, I'm stable, like the Queen of Pentacles. A decision, stop fooling ourselves that we don't know what to do. And especially around relationships, most importantly around relationships. Because it's about emotions and no one else can see in there. Today I've got ginger and blue pea flower tea. So it's my overnight tea. Right. The Three of Wands, development and opportunity. I think we're waiting for ourselves to be ready and really solid and firm in this. To be at this place where it's like, I know myself. I'm ready for this choice to be presented in front of me because I'm going to make that wise decision for myself. I'm going to know when to open that door and say yes. We're being coached now by our higher selves to get to that point of being so solid that we know what we want and we know we're going to make a good decision and we can actually make it before it's presented to us, before those options are presented to us. So this is why so many carrots. It's been getting us to this point of clarity. Three of Wands, development and opportunity. The opportunity is coming for some. And I say for some because we might not be ready yet. We might be all over the place. Don't know what to do. I'm still going to ask my friends that I know don't make good decisions in their lives. How the hell they're going to know about my life, I have no idea. But I'm going to ask them and listen to their fears. Let's not do that, hey? What should I get out now? I think animals next. No, tea leaf cards and then animals. Body and soul. It's interesting, it's got a dragonfly in here. Dragonflies to me are about spiritual foundations. So this is like spirit, the foundation of it. And body. Knowing ourselves, knowing our muggle selves and our spiritual selves. Having that stability. Know thyself. Yeah, into me I see. Know thyself. Can't be intimate with anyone else until you know yourself. It's 8 as well, abundance. You can't be abundant until you know all of the abundance that's inside of you, until you know how great you are in your skills and that you've got all of these resources inside of you and that you can share them with the world and you've got what it takes and you've got a higher self there that'll lead you to doing that. And intimacy, like sharing your gifts with the world too, for abundance. It's interesting because the first card out was about abundance, and then they've got the Four of Wands there about relationships, specifically marriage, like the relationship. So meaning it's whatever you've wished for, whatever it is that you're wanting at the moment. You could be wanting abundance, you could be wanting a relationship. The two tricky things. whatever you've been wishing for here. Okay, let's get some tea leaves out, and then we'll do the animals. These, yeah, it's the 7 energies, something like that. This one, Oracle of the 7 Energies. Colette Baron Reed, it's my latest deck. Really nice, huh? It's a coffee card. The Psychic Cafe card with a coffee cup. Which one is it on the cover? Let me find it. Oh, I'm sure it's in here. It's going to be the last card, isn't it? It is. It's the last card. It's the Oracle's gift. This is the site. I should use that image for Psychic Cafe. Huh. I do like Colette Baron Reed's energy, and I like her cards. She's someone that's done the work. If you've ever heard her story, it's pretty amazing. She was what? Singer, musician, and into drugs and alcohol, and hit rock bottom. She's done the work. Wealth. Wealth is the first card out. The nuts and bolts of it. The bolts of it. Nuts. I always get those wrong. It's the nuts. Wealth. Nuts and washers. Don't know what you're talking about there, Timothy. Whining. Being more positive. I always was. When have you ever heard me say like, oh, I'm not good at this, I'm not, I don't say shit like that. Not for many, many, many years. In fact, that's never actually been my personality at all, to do that. Broken wishbone. Wish will not be granted. Oh, what's that? What wish? A wealth wish? And it's 4-leaf clover, so it's great good fortune. There's something that you've been wishing for and asking for that's too small for you and it's not going to be granted. Could be to do with money. That wish won't be granted, but like I was saying, the intimacy, you get abundance when you realize just how great you are, just how many resources you've got inside of you can share with the world. It's when that kid within the tribe realizes, oh, I'm great at like building houses. I can build houses for people. Yes, that's your place in the tribe. You build houses for people and then you'll be abundant. And then the tribe will really love you because you'll be giving to them. You receive a gift. There's a lot about abundance here in all of this. A choice about abundance. Ah, yes. The energy update for the week for all the signs for next week. It is about that life path stuff. Life path stuff meaning abundance and your resources and what you're here to do and what you're here to share and all of that stuff, you know. Ah, you're teasing. Traffic. There's traffic out there. I'm gonna get a gift instead. What you've been wishing for is too small. So often we wish for things too small or whatever, or out of fear, or because we don't think that we've got any gifts inside of us that we can share. So I wanted them in the lotto instead. The house self isn't going to support you in that. Of course it's not. You're the lotto. You're the treasure, not money. What's going on out there? I'm going to have a look. There's traffic, there's shouting, there's a smoking Burmese boy. There's people arriving. It looks like there's going to be a party. Can't do that. That's against COVID rules. Oh. No, it's a cement party. They're going to be making something. They're going to be making some cement. It looks like they're going to be making some kind of stand, cement in buckets. They've got some buckets out there and some metal poles. What are them making? Activity. Cane. Pay attention to your health. Oh, look after your body. That's what I was getting from that body and soul. It starts off with the spiritual stuff, but then it needs to be integrated into your body as well. It's so important to look after your body. To realize that there's muggles as well. Look after the muggle. Look after your spiritual side and your muggle side as well. An announcement. There's going to be a choice to be made. It's interesting. People. Activity out there. There's going to be an announcement. There's going to be a choice to be made. We've got lobster here, financial pinch. So that's one thing that I've known for myself to really get going with what I'm here to do, and making my videos and stuff like that. And is abundance doesn't find you when you're not doing it, and you need it to be that way, because then when you've got the financial pinch is when you keep on searching and you keep on going for it. We are lazy, hey? If we didn't have a financial pinch, it wouldn't give us that shove that we need to seek, to share our gifts. I know that I've needed it. I've needed the financial pinches that I've had in my life. And then as soon as you get going on it, the universe is like, oh, okay, we can give them abundance now because they're doing it now. They're not going to be lazy. They're going to carry on. Job choice or relationship choice. It's exactly that. There's so much abundance out in here, though. So much abundance that I think for the majority, this is about abundance. It's always going to come first. The relationship has to come after that. Because we're lazy. And because we get so distracted by relationships. Yeah. So if you're suffering a financial pinch, it's just that. It's motivation. Let's get some animals out. But there's a choice coming. Feel it. Okay, give us some more guidance then on this. I haven't used these for a while. Trust the great mystery. Trust your higher self, trust the great mystery, trust the choices are being put in front of you. So it's not necessarily, do you want this job or that job? Do you want this person or that person? Not necessarily a choice like that. It's more those inner urges, those feelings, that idea. Shall I make some videos? Extra video, bonus videos. It's that. Should I do it or not? Or should I bind myself and make excuses about not doing it? It's more that kind of a choice. Trust in the great mystery. We're not given ideas for nothing. That's a big part of next week's energy as well. We're not given ideas for nothing. So we've got the whale spirit. Trust your higher self. Trust in the great mystery. Yeah, I was wondering why you deleted Tara's message. It should be fine. Be gentle with yourself while you go through this as well. Bring a gentle touch. It's pretty funny running yesterday because it's a 1K circuit, right? So I did 3Ks. Well, I did more than 3Ks because the circuit is 3Ks, but I had to get to the circuit first. But my ex's house is on the corner. It's a circuit, but it's on one of the turns in it. So I think the first time he didn't see me, but I saw him. He was sat in his room. And the second time, he saw me as I was running past his gate, and then as I turned the corner, I was like waving. And there was another friend there with him. And then the next time I went, he was with another friend and sat again, but that time I stopped. Went in and said hello to them just for a couple of minutes and carried on. Can even be the choice of how we choose to see what's happening in our lives. Yeah, I mean, that's the fundamentals, isn't it? We've got to sort ourselves out internally first. Absolutely. Like I said, because we're not going to have the focus or make the right decisions or take action. But it just depends where you're at, you know. You've got to sort it out internally first, for sure. Depends which stage you're at. But I'm feeling like for some people this is about, here's an idea. Are you going to do it? Are you ready to do it? Or are you going to make excuses not to do it? That kind of thing. It's an actual thing. Co-creation with spirit showing up. But yeah, it's going to be that for some people. Yeah, it depends on where you are, you know. Which class are you in at school? Crow spirit. And it's not like we're always going to have to do that, right? We're always going to have to sort ourselves out internally. Like I said yesterday, the ego's not ever going to let up. We can't kill it. It's always going to give us those fears. We can backtrack, but don't do that. Don't go back to not knowing what you're doing and not sorting yourself out spiritually and mentally and all of that. Don't do that. Crow spirit, co-create with spirit. Co-creation, in other words, an idea given to you by spirit, by your higher self. Are you going to do it or not? Say yes or not. Let it shine. It's about gifts and sharing them with the world. It's about abundance. That's what abundance is all about. That's it. That's it for today. Let me know what your choice is. Let me know what shows up for you. Let's reconvene tomorrow and see if anything showed up yet, or if it's just on its way very soon. We're being prepared for something, aren't we, here? I like blue tea. So thanks everyone for showing up. Thanks for your donations and all of that. Let's do it again tomorrow. Yeah, have a great day or night, as Christine says. See you all tomorrow.